We're going to skip the next one because it's a paywall. So go two forward.
Well,
Panasonic.
okay.
You didn't get paywalled. Okay, fine.
Because I got one more article left.
Because I read this story this morning on Bloomberg. You know what? We'll just pay for the Bloomberg thing for this show. But anyways, I read this story this morning about how GM is potentially just going to do an electric vehicle spinoff instead of having everything fall under the GM umbrella. And investors, they liked that. They said, you know what? That's exciting because all the hype in the automotive sector seems to be around EVs. But the problem is you have these mega brands that still sell and market traditional fossil fuel vehicles. And so, you know, it's tough to make the case to the customer that something different is really happening and to get that hype train rolling. Well, for the customer and also for the investor. The investor has to be on the hype train as well. And so we recently talked on this show about how Hyundai was going to do a whole new brand. I can't remember the name of it now. Ioniq or something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously they didn't.
Cars.
Obviously they didn't do a good job with the brand there because I've already forgotten it. But it's not out yet, so give me a break on that. Electric spinoff. Spinoff brand by the name of Ioniq. Did I say Ioniq?
Yes, you did.
Wow.
Right.
I have a few.
You're not old?
I'm not as depleted as I thought I was. I actually remember the brand name. Anyways, so yeah, this is one way that you can signal a real investment. GM supposedly working on 20-something electric vehicles. They're fully on board. It's crazy because they had an electric vehicle before anyone else. You can see Who Killed the Electric Car. It's a documentary about how super early they had an electric vehicle and they just squashed it. Actually, literally squashed them. All the leases. Anyways, that was GM, right? That wasn't Ford? I think it was GM.
I believe it was GM.
Anyways, it might have been Ford. Who Killed the Electric Car? The point being is, when you go out and do a dedicated electric vehicle brand, you have all kinds of new marketing opportunities. It was General Motors. It was called the EV1 in the mid-90s. Crazy. They had a fully functioning electric vehicle in the mid-90s. People liked it, and they squashed it. Go check that. That's a good document. Did you watch that documentary?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
A long time ago. I don't really remember.
It was a good documentary. But anyway, so this is just a rumor for the moment, and obviously there's products in the pipeline already that are going to fall under the General Motors brand or sub-brands like Hummer. They're working on that EV. So this may take a little time to make this transition, but I think it could be a good move. People have a certain impression of what GM represents, and it has an archaic kind of, potentially archaic. It's funny about brands and the persistence of brands.
Right.
You can have comfort in a brand because it's been around for so long, or a brand can seem old because it's been around for so long. So in GM's case, I think you come with a whole new brand name and set of products. I think it could be interesting. And that's what the rumor suggests here. And so Wall Street and investors are responding that could be a good thing or a big thing. And of course, you can still utilize all the backbone of GM, the brand, which gives you a huge leg up. You have a dealership footprint, you have manufacturing footprint, and all of that. So we'll see what takes place. But they're mulling over it, supposedly.